Hi everyone, welcome to our third episode on rowing injuries here with Nick at Balgowlah Sports Injury Physiotherapy, and today's topic is rib stress fractures. These occur in about 6 to 12% of rowers and is a common cause for lost time on the water. An individual with stress fractures can expect to experience pain, particularly in the early drive or the finish of the stroke, as well as thoracic stiffness, so the upper part of the back, and tenderness, most commonly over the 4th to 8th rib. So what causes these stress fractures? It's often a result of repetitive mechanical overloading, which can come from muscles like the abdominals, pulling on their attachment sites where they attach to the ribs, in combination with compressive force being applied by the weight of the oar against the force of your drive, providing that compression to the ribs. And that compression comes from the shoulder blade pushing down on the ribs as the weight of the oar pulls on it from your arm. This can be further compounded by muscles like serratus anterior being weak or fatigued, which often play a role in anti-bowing effect for your ribs. And this can be further compounded by the joint between your ribs and the vertebrae being stiff, which usually has a little bit of movement to allow force dissipation. But if this joint is stiff, more of that force is going to be applied to your rib instead of being dissipated into the body. Additionally, your technique is going to have a big role, because if you're rowing it in or you are throwing your shoulders back early, this is going to apply a greater peak force to your body and increase your risk for a bunch of different injuries. So making sure you're coming forward, locking it in with a nice straight back and putting that force on, squeezing it through, it's going to create better acceleration and less risk of injury for yourself. Additionally, people with low bone density are at a great risk of developing stress fractures, particularly female rowers, which account for just under 70% of these stress fractures. So if you've got a female crew, you're a little bit more aware of it for them. But what can you do if you think you may have a stress fracture? So to start off, you need to give your body a chance to heal, give it time to recover, reduce your training volume. You can also try applying ice for the pain, but yeah, you really need to give it a chance to heal to start off. You can also come see us here at Balgowlah Sports Injury Physiotherapy, and we can assist with techniques to accelerate your healing. We can also assist by mobilizing the rib to vertebral joint so that it's got more mobility and greater force dissipation, and this has been found to have quite a good immediate effect in reducing your pain. We can also help by applying strength exercises for the supporting muscles around your ribs so that they can help offload that bowing effect. But making sure this doesn't happen again, isn't a reoccurring issue, or even better, isn't an issue at all, is particularly important. And this is particularly important for your coaches. So making sure that you're monitoring the frequency, intensity, and duration of your sessions, and they're not too high, particularly in combination. This is going to be what causes that mechanical overloading and development of that micro damage into a stress fracture. So making sure your athletes have sufficient recovery, particularly if you're really training quite hard. As well, making sure your rowers are rowing with good technique, they're not throwing their shoulders, not rowing it in, because that's going to increase that peak force applied to the ribs, as well as a bunch of different injuries. For the rowers, making sure your coach is aware of what you're doing outside of the boat, so that you're not being overloaded in multiple parts of your life, whether that's quite a physically demanding job or going to the gym loads, making sure that you're not being overloaded in your life in general. As well as making sure you're eating well to promote healing and bone density to give your bones that best chance. So yeah, as well, if you're starting to feel stiff, come see us early here at Balgowlah Sports Injury and Physiotherapy. We can make sure you're rowing with good technique, as well as making sure that your ribs to vertebral joint are mobilizing well, so that they're dissipating that force and you're not going to develop that stress fracture. So getting in preventative is going to be a lot easier to fix for you. So yeah, if you have any questions, that's it for today. You can come see us here at Balgowlah Sports Injury and Physiotherapy or contact us. We're happy to give you a hand. Next episode is going to be on knee pain. Right, see you guys next time. Bye.